I'm serious. I have what I don't remember dreams. Anybody in here, you can walk into a room and you just kind of feel the room. You walk in and something feels strange to you. Anybody here? Okay. You can be talking to a person and you hear the words coming out of their mouth, but you say, you lying. You ain't telling me the truth. Or maybe you walk into someone's house and you see pictures and you be like, ooh, that picture's so crooked. I need to straighten that picture up on the wall. It's getting on my nerve. It's crooked. And you want to go up on their wall and straighten that picture up. Now, all that sounds funny, but do you know all those are spiritual gifts? All those are spiritual gifts. They're all gifts. It's called discernment. It's called prophetic dreams. That's an aspect of the prophetic. You need to start writing down what you see and watch and see it come to pass. And you'll realize God been talking to you all the time. God, if you're saved, God talks to you. I mean, for real, who wants to be in a relationship with someone they can't talk to? Let me come to your relationship now. Who wants to be in a relationship and there's no communication? So why do you think God called you out of religion into a relationship and stopped talking to you? He didn't stop talking to you, you stopped listening. He said, these are the peace talks. You're called in chambers to reassure you of the purpose and position of watches, to reassure you of purpose and position. And if since this word, I have not been going through seasons and moments where I felt so unstable, it was crazy. God prepared me in 2014 for the attack that was coming in 15 and 16, saying, I want to reassure you before you ever face it, because you're about to face some stuff that's going to make you want to walk away from ministry. The last 2 years, I want to shut this booger down. This booger. Y'all know y'all was in kindergarten. Y'all so serious, y'all Jesus folks. So watch this. To reassure you of your position, so watch what you say of the vision, the season, yourself, and others. So God was telling me to watch my mouth. He's talking to me now. He said, Bishop, watch your mouth. Watch what you're saying. Don't be talking crazy to folks. That's why some of you have been around me, when you say something, they're like, no, don't say that. Because he's dealing with me on don't say that. Whereas if the last encounter was a mighty rescue wind, a calmness abides in the second encounter. Next slide. So he's talking to me through all this time, and he says, trust me. Watch this rest. Believe me for every direction, every promise, and every provision. This is Sabaoth, the Lord of hosts. This is Jireh, the Lord our provider. I plan, purpose, and will provide for it. The vision. He says, I plan the vision. I'm going to take care of it. It's mine. Here's a note for all the preachers. If he gave you a vision, he'll give you the provision. That's right. Okay. That's right. You may have some seasons where it seems like it ain't going to happen, but stay in faith. Only speak as I see. Only speak and see the manifestation. Next slide. All right, so we're moving on. He says there's going to come a season of rest. Everybody say rest. It's going to be important. Sweetness, sweatless victory. Guard your lips as I guide your heart. Listen to the whisper. Follow closely, for many are on your heels. That's not egotistical. That's purpose. Believe you me. I could really go somewhere, but I'm not. All I say, carefully. So watch your words and your walk. Carefully execute all I say carefully. Care of love and kindness, not fear. So make sure I'm loving on the people and not misusing them. Next slide. All right. Now watch this. Here we are. Hebrews 4 and 11. Let us labor, therefore, to enter into what? Rest. Lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief. Some of you remember this teaching, right? We talked about this in Hebrews 4 and 11. Next verse. We're reviewing right now. Because I want to reset your mind and let you know God was concerned about you before you ever got to 2016. This word rest comes from the Greek word katapausis. It means a putting to rest, a calming of the winds, a resting place. Remember we talked about that seasonal shift? Have you not felt a little release right here? Metaphorically, it's the heavenly blessedness in which God dwells, of which he has promised to make persevering believers in Christ partakers after the toils and trials of life on earth are ended. So he says it's not just in the now, but I've got you a rest in your future. You ain't got to worry about your now, but your future is blessed also. Next slide. In other words, he talks about you got a heaven to go to, a heavenly rest. Remember how he says that blessed are they who do die in the Lord, and we certainly recognize the loss of our brother Errol Holloman. Errol Holloman passed on yesterday. If you remember, he sits right in this area. Brother Errol, great man of God. Overseer Johnson and I went up and took care of his family on yesterday. But he passed on yesterday. He was a human beatbox. That boy was funny. He was a human beatbox. Great guy, great man of God. If you remember, he just stood in this pulpit and testified 2 weeks ago. That's right. Remember the brother that testified about he tried to commit suicide and it didn't work? That was Brother Errol. He's passed on now. Okay? So we're going to get him taken care of, and so we'll need to do what we need to do as a church family to take care of him and Minister Theron Thrasher. Okay? But he said, but the scripture says, blessed are they that do die in the Lord, for they rest from their labors. That's it. In other words, what you should be laboring to do is trust God. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. Let's move to the next slide. Definition of, go back 1 second slide, I'm sorry. Definition of the atmosphere of the church. He said the air, a locality, or a surrounding influence or environment. That's what atmosphere means. So what kind of atmosphere is in your home? What kind of atmosphere is in the church? What kind of atmosphere is around you? When you walk in, do things get stinky? Next slide. The atmosphere, we talked about atmospheric pressure, escape, composition, structure, circulation, and climate change. We talked about these things. What happens to you, that's pressure. What you release is escape. What's in the atmosphere, whether it's a place of joy, happiness, sorrow, sadness. Do people get depressed when they walk in your front door? When they walk in your home, do they feel like you've been fighting even though you fought 10 days ago? You know, there's residue off all that stuff. That's right. Yeah. Listen, you've been living in that house long enough to know if everything ain't right, it don't feel right. Know how it don't feel right? When you be walking up the sidewalk or be driving, finna go in and your spirit starts dropping. Because you know what's inside ain't right. Oh, God. You get invited to the family reunion, but you be like, oh, God, I got to go over here. Let me just, hey, bro, look, take my hot dogs for me. I ain't gonna just take my hot dogs. Because you know the atmosphere ain't right. Now, we taught you a little while ago that you can be a climate changer. You can shift that atmosphere as you enter in. You can be the one that changes the whole family. If your spirit's right, you can shift everything, right? All right, next slide. We're moving on. Y'all with me? Okay, so he says, Impact's atmosphere is going to be charged with influence and motivation. It is for lions seeking purpose and dominion. That is to know their why and fulfill their destiny. They are all becoming, so none of us are there. We got to get away from the arrogance of thinking we can tell everybody else what they need to do because we're not there. Everybody's in process. Right. Even your leader, even the bishop, even the apostle, we're in process. Get up off your high horse of thinking you know everything. Amen. Beware of the inherent. See, watch this, because here's the danger. And I know some people going to take this and they're going to think I'm being arrogant. But watch this. Okay, I'm going to use a player, an NFL player. I was talking about him this week. I'm going to use him. Make it soon, but I got no money, so they going to get me. I was telling my wife one of her favorite players, Cam Newton, is not going to be playing Monday night. That's right. You know, he's on the injured list for Monday night. He can't play. You know why? He got a concussion. You know why he got a concussion? Because he became a target. You know why he became a target? Because he was too arrogant. Why not just score a touchdown, take the 7 points and walk away? Why you got the Superman and first down and do all that and put on a show? Watch this. Though you are an excellent professional, you piss people off. You know, it's preachers just like that. Those of us in ministry can be little Cam Newtons. We can have an excellent gift, and because of our nasty attitudes, we piss people off. Watch this. Your goodness is not your greatness. You're only useful because God put an anointing on your life. It's the anointing, it's not you. And watch this. You're going to see in this next season, some leaders going to get benched. You know why? Because watch this. They forget that they're becoming. They think they've arrived. And these inherent pitfalls catch them. Pride, arrogance, haughtiness, and a lifting of the nose. I'm talking about what's going to happen in Impact. You think you're better because you've been preaching longer? Really? I'm telling you, we better stay humble. Watch this. Oh God, the reason God can't bless some of us is because he knows the blessing will make us a fool. He knows the blessing will expose that we walk in a false humility. That we act like we humble because we ain't got nothing to show for it. But let us get a new car, a new house. And then our server get tight there. Now, can't nobody come in this house. Take your shoes off or you walk on my white carpet. If I was saying what I was really thinking, I'd be real ugly. But a few months ago, you didn't have that carpet. Didn't matter what kind of shoes they had on. But now, all of a sudden, next slide, I'm coming out of there, I'm sorry. Focus, watch this. Let the lift be unto me, unto God. Focus on humility, knowing it's all about me in the life. It's God in you that's making the difference. I don't care how much money you have, let cancer hit you. You can't pay your way to healing. They can cut all the way down there with your head, your neck, and your torso, and that will die. So I wonder where healing really comes from. I'm being very, very profound, very, in your face today. It's okay. Provocative. I intend to be that. We can't get caught up on us, y'all. We're all servants. Next slide. We got to move on because my time is moving. He said, watch this. He says, the greater risk is staying the same. You cannot stay the same in this next season. Everyone's got to grow. I mean, really, don't you want to get better? Everyone has, you cannot, the greatest risk we have right now is complacency and staying the same. So we can't get prideful because we're doing well, and we can't get complacent because we're not doing well. We got to come to a medium and move ahead. Watch this. Watch this. They shall become uncomfortable in complacency. And so much so the cultural norm will become activation. Watch this. In infancy maturation, as they go, they grow. So you're going to birth. I just hope you're prepared in the womb. Because you're coming out. You ain't going to have no choice. Watch, you're going to, oh God, I hear the Holy Ghost. You're going to be in the club. You're going to be in the club. And folks are like, why are you in here? You know you don't belong in here. The music you used to love is going to be too loud after a while. You used to be able to tolerate all this smoke. It's going to be choking you out now. You ain't there to make it. I can't stand coming here. Okay, I'm getting real graphic now. I'm going to come on down your street now. Watch this. You used to be able to do a six-pack. Now one going to mess you up. He better fix you. Next slide. Next slide. All that stuff, he finna fix all that. All that stuff you used to do. Woo, I can't drink like that no more. I can't do that no more. All that's gonna go. Wow, watch this. Because he's trying to move you to a blessed place, and you can't take all that foolishness with you. You can't take all that with you. Trying to get some stuff out of you and over you. Oh God. Now I'm gonna go straight.